Welcome to yoga. Today we're going to be kind of welcoming spring with some openings. So heart openings, hip openings. Yeah. So find a comfortable place to center to begin in our practice, as we always do, moving from outside to inside. You can be seated or supine, laying on your back. If you're seated, just make sure you're lengthening up through your spine gently. And close your eyes. Closing your eyes even as much as you can during practice really helps to keep that awareness inside where you want it to be during the yoga practice. So I encourage you to try to close your eyes if you feel safe and have the balance. So start today we're just gonna do a conscious relaxation from starting at the top of our heads, moving down. So I'll just lead you a little bit. So bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the very top of your head. And just consciously, each time we move to a different area, you're going to see that area in your mind's eyes, picture it, and then consciously relax it. So you might not feel anything, or you might, so don't worry about that. Just bring your awareness there and think relax. So starting at the crown of your head, just relax your scalp. So as if your scalp could just melt down, made of wax. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. So let your eyes sink down. Relax your cheeks, they're heavy. Relax your jaw, so teeth perhaps come slightly apart. Tongue can rest on the roof of your mouth or wherever. Relax. Relax your ears. And then relax your neck, all the way around your neck. Just relax, soften. Relax your shoulders into the mat or down from your ears if you're seated. And then relax all around your chest. Let your back sink into the mat or down toward the mat. Rib cage, relax down as you exhale. Relax around your belly. You might notice a tightness, a tenseness when you come to an area, or not. Just picture that place and relax, consciously relax. Relax your hips where your thighs meet your trunk. Just soften in that area. We're going to be focusing on opening the hips today. So just check out where your hips are right now. Relax your thighs, all around your thighs, the big muscles in your thighs, the quadriceps. Relax your knee joint. Relax your calves, your shins. Relax around your ankles. And then relax your feet, the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, and your toes. You might wiggle your toes just to see where they are. And then come back up to your shoulders and relax your shoulders. Down from your ears, down into the mat. Relax the tops of your arms above the elbow. Relax around the elbow joint. We're doing both sides at once. And relax your forearms. And your wrists. And relax the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, and your fingers. And again, you might want to bring some movement into your fingers and then let that go. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how your breath is flowing. Just don't take control of it, just notice. Feel the movement of your body as you inhale through your nose. Bring your awareness to the filling of the lungs, expansion of your chest, belly, as the diaphragm descends. And on the exhale, everything moves back towards center. And then just gently begin to deepen, lengthen, smooth out your breath, even it out. Just in a very gentle way, no forcing, you're not filling your lungs to full capacity. Just a nice, smooth, deep inhale, flowing right into a smooth, deep exhale. Check in with your face. See if you've begun to gather tension there and relax it. Relax your jaw. Now continuing to breathe just in a slow, deep, even breath. Bring your focus to one thing. It can be your the expansion, the movement of your body with the breath, as we did when we did the interoception exercise with the visualizing the lungs filling. Or it could be your heartbeat. We've done that one too. Or it could be an area of your body which is speaking to you, maybe where you feel sensation. Pick one thing to hold your focus, your awareness as you continue to breathe, slow and deep and even. No over effort here, just a gentle awareness on one thing. Now just release that focus, but keep with your breath, slow, deep, even. So that one pointed focus is the 6th, I believe, limb of the 8-limb path, dharana, which is one-pointed focus, and it's the beginning of the last 3 branches, which focus on meditation. So you're practicing what we just did, was practicing in that one-pointed focus, shutting other things out or not attaching to anything else, and practice, as with anything, increases your awareness, increases your ability to focus, and it's the beginning of meditation. So now bring your awareness to your heart space, your spiritual center, heart center, and create an intention for your practice, something you'd like to take away from practice today, a positive goal, sort of, and create that intention. And we will begin practice on our back. So if you're not on your back, come on over onto your back. I neglected to say at the beginning that it would be good to have 2 blankets. So one that you can roll the long way, or pillows or something, for the very end of our practice. So if you need to go get those, you can pause and come back. But we will begin on our backs. So come on down. And take your arms out to a Y shape. So palms facing up, out to the sides, not directly overhead, but like a Y. And then bring your legs out to the side. So now you're like a giant X. And just on an inhale, lengthen out, spread your fingers, spread your toes, lengthen out through both feet, out through both arms, and also up through the out through the crown of your head. So 5 directions. Inhale, really lengthen out. Exhale, release, but keep the shape. A few more times. Inhale, lengthen in 5 directions. Exhale, release. A few more times. This is kind of like being on that torture device, I'm thinking, that they used to use in medieval times. I can't remember the name of it. But this is not torture. This is stretching out. Keep your fingers and toes spread. 2 more times. The rack, I think that's what it's called, the rack. Now bring your, keep your arms out, shoulder height. So bring them down so that they're straight out from your shoulders, palms face up. Bend your knees, feet to the mat. Now bring the soles of your feet together. So your knees are going to go out to the side, soles of your feet are together. Tuck your tailbone a little bit so you don't want to overarch in your low back though. So bring your navel toward the mat gently. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your left knee and left arm over to meet the right knee and right hand. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, keep on the right side. Bring your knees and hands together. So a few more times, moving just like that with your breath. Opening up on the inhale, keeping your fingers spread. Press your feet lightly together. On the exhale, just roll that top foot over so your ankles and feet are together. Opening the hips, opening the chest. And the next time you come to the open position, we're going to switch to the other side. So inhale first in the center, then exhale, right knee, right hand, move over toward the left, meeting the left knee, left leg, left arm, and dynamically moving with your breath. Inhale, open, exhale, close. So opening the right hip here and your chest. Notice any differences in your sides. And the next time you come to the open position, pause there. Keep your leg position, but you might want to change your arms to either goalpost arms, or you can stretch your arms overhead, palms together, fingers interlaced. You can point your index fingers up overhead, so your upper body is matching your lower body. Any arms that you want, but those are some suggestions. And remember to just gently bring your low back toward the mat so you don't overextend in your low back. Relax your face. We're just going to hold here for a little bit. Thinking about releasing in your inner thighs. Your shoulders. A few more seconds. Now bring both knees into your chest. Hold either behind your thighs or across your shins. And take any movement here that feels good, that feels right. You can rock on your sacrum. Maybe make circles with your knees around your hips. Or maybe just hug your knees in stillness. And then best way for you, cross your ankles and rock up, or come onto your side and transition to an all four posture, tabletop. Set up with your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers, little bit more pressure into the base of your fingers. Take a little pressure off your wrists. Press down into the tops of your feet. Your arms are long. And begin some gentle movements of cat-cow. So inhale, your belly, chest drop, arms stay straight. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone, cat. So flow with your breath here. So slow, deep, even breath. Slow, smooth movement. So smooth out the transitions. So it's just one smooth flow. And try to keep your focus on every single part of the movement. Don't overlift your gaze in the cow part. You want to protect the cervical spine, so just look ahead a little bit. Don't look up too far. And bring that movement to stillness. Bring your hips out to the right and then back and out to the left, forward. So begin to make circles. Don't start big, start small with your hips around your knees and your shoulders around your wrists. And these are like barrel rolls. You can bring a little more movement in by bending your elbows. So make them as deep as feels good for you. Your circles can get bigger as you move, but please move slowly with your breath. You can inhale as you're coming forward, exhale as you're moving back. Getting bigger, getting deeper. Noticing some stretch in the side body. And then pause and begin to circle in the opposite direction. Again, start small and increase as you go. Make this the best for you. This really feels good. So find just the right amount of effort, the right amount of depth. Juice it up. And then come back to center. Let your hips go all the way back to your heels and come into Balasana, child's pose, supporting your head any way that feels comfortable, arms any way that feel comfortable. Just take a break, rest. Notice when your chest is compressed against your thighs, your broad back, opening the back body, and think about breathing into the back heart. So your rib cage doesn't expand as easily in the front here, but it can expand in the back. So breathe right into that back heart. Be aware of the expansion in the back body. Breath is still slow, deep, and even. See what you can release. Now come back to all fours. Come up to your knees. And we're going to do a little vinyasa here that might, when I do this with the kids in kids yoga, I've talked about this being the seed in the ground that rises up, and you'll see how that can be. That's a spring illustration, metaphor, whatever. Anyway, so you're on your knees. Inhale the arms up, fingers are spread. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Bring your hands, palms up on your low back. Inhale, up like a sun breath, all the way up. Exhale, palms back. Internally rotate your arms and bring them to the low back. So it's just inhaling, reach up, exhaling, come down. So the child's pose is like the seed. And then the flower is rising up. Move slowly with your breath. You can bring your gaze up to your hands, up to you how much neck you want to get involved in it. And the next time you come down to child's pose, pause there. You can change your child's pose to wide-legged if you want. Any kind of child's pose, any arms out in front, back by your side, on your low back. And just sink into child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Let everything go down into the mat. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the energy. Now come back up to all fours. Walk your hands forward about one hand's length. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Firm up your core, so zip it in and up, navel in and up. Slowly bend your elbows, keep them right next to your body. Lower down, chin, chest, and the last to come down are your hips. So into a prone posture. Forehead on the mat. Arms by your sides, palms facing down. Have your big toes come together, let your heels come out. Press your pelvis into the mat. Tuck your tailbone. That's lengthening out your spine, low back. Tuck. On an inhale, lift your legs, lengthen out through your toes. Inhale. If you want to, raise your upper body, arms, head. Not too far. Find where you can hold your locust pose, or you can come in and out. You can inhale up, exhale down. That can be dynamic or hold. If you're holding, your shoulder blades are coming together on the back. Open chest. This is a back bend, so it's a heart opener. When your body tells you you've reached your edge, when you start shaking, come down. Rest on one cheek. Let's take a few breaths. Now come up onto your forearms, elbows under the shoulders. Press it, spread your fingers, press into your palms of your hands. Let the belly come down. Press into the mat with your pelvis. Energetically pull back on your pull your elbows toward your hips, bringing the chest forward. So this is Sphinx pose. Have your gaze be out in front, about a foot into the floor ahead of you. Don't raise your gaze up. Look down. Long neck. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. And you want the back bend to be in your upper back, thoracic spine. Nice smooth curve. And breathe. long neck, shoulder blades together on the back, open chest. And then stack your hands one on top of the other and rest your forehead on the pillow of your hands. Let your heels come apart. Just release. Feel your shoulders just let go, sink down. Everything heavy right into the mat. And then use your hands to push yourself up to all fours. Tuck your toes, bring your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take one nice long stretch of your sit bones up toward the ceiling. Neck is heavy, spine is long, neutral. Press into your spread fingers, heels toward the mat. And then look up between your hands and walk, step, or jump up to a forward bend, Uttanasana. Whatever forward bend works for you. Knee, belly all the way onto your knees, the knees slightly bent, legs straight, any arms. Just let your upper body lengthen your spine out, release your low back. And then come all the way up to standing in the best way for you. Sometimes it's rolling up, sometimes it's half lift and then arms up. So come on up, we'll meet in Tadasana. And you know how to get into the two mountain pose because we do it every time. But just make sure you start by lifting, spreading your toes, balancing on the four corners of your feet, and then move the alignment all the way up in the way that you know. Ending with the lifting up through the crown of your head. Ears over shoulders, over hips, over ankles. Arms externally rotated. This is open chest too, open heart. It's not a back bend. It is open chest. Breathe, return to your breath, reconnect with your breath. Relax your face. The face's jaw and neck are often the first places where you can be aware of tension accumulating. So it's always good to check in during practice or during life, during every day, and see if you're feeling that tightness and tension right here in your shoulders, your neck, your jaw clenching. Just let it go. Okay, then open your eyes. Inhale your arms up. Palms touch. Exhale right down to your heart center. Make a triangle with your thumbs and your index fingers. Fingers are spread. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bring your arms back. Palms up. And do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, palms together down to the heart center. Exhale, triangle with the fingers. Push away. flip. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more times. And then let your hands come down to your side. Bring your feet a little closer together so the big toes can be touching, the heels maybe a little bit further apart, so narrow your foundation a little bit. Right hand comes to the right thigh. On an inhale, fingers spread, bring your left hand right up by your left ear. Exhale, slide the right hand down, slide the left arm over, so side bend toward the right, big opening in the left side. Inhale back to center, exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, side bend. So just dynamically moving through a little vinyasa, 2-breath vinyasa. Stretching, opening the lateral side body. Moving slowly with your breath. So you want to focus on keeping your body in one plane so that arm is next to the ear. Your back isn't rounding forward or extending back. And next time you come to one side, it doesn't matter which side, pause there and take a few breaths. Sending the inhale all the way up the stretch side. Press down a little more into the stretch side foot. Make sure your fingers are spread. You're reaching out. And then inhale up and switch sides. Exhale to the other side and hold for a few breaths. And then inhale, come up. Just for a couple breaths, come back to mountain pose. Maybe shake out your legs a little bit. Actually, don't go to mountain pose. Just move everything around a little bit. We're going to come to a balance pose. For spring is tree. So, start with your foundation, both feet, spread your toes, broaden, lengthen up, activate your core. So bring your navel in and up. So you want to activate the low transverse abdominis. Think about bringing your hip points together, and also the rectus abdominis, the long one, in and up. So your core is going to help keep you stable here. You can start with your hands on your hips. Find your gaze point. Something that's not moving, soft gaze. Let the weight come into your left foot, come up onto your right toes, and just pause here. Get your balance right here. Externally rotate your right knee, so open the right hip. We've opened it a little bit already and on our backs. And then you can bring your foot to your calf. You can bring it to your inner thigh, just not on the knee. Or you can keep your toes right on the ground. So, your choice. Find your tree today. And then if you've got the balance, so here's what happened to me. I'm looking out the window in the basement and I had my nice gaze point, and then my husband started walking around and cutting branches off. It's all moving. I can't hold my tree. Sorry. Okay. So you can, your branches can go up, move. Some challenges are changing your arms, changing your gaze, maybe lifting your gaze up. Can even twist around to the side, so play with it. You are a new budding tree, all full of life in the spring, exploring your environment. If you do come out, that's practice, that's good. Just take a breath and go back in mindfully, slowly. And now come out mindfully, consciously, and we'll try a tree on the other side. Could be a different tree. So weight into the right foot, on the left toes. Externally rotate the left leg and find your tree on this side. So it's important to have a playful, curious attitude in every pose, but especially in balance. It's not all serious. Your balance will improve with practice. I encourage you to find ways to practice balance at home. While you're brushing your teeth, stand on one leg. Okay, then come out, shake out your legs, shake out your arms, get rid of any tension there, and step your feet hip distance apart, a good hip distance apart. Pivot on your right heel so your right toes go out about 45 degrees and take a big step back. So we're going to do a warrior pose. With closed hips, so your hips are going to be square to the front edge of your mat. Might need to bring that right hip forward a little bit. There is space between your legs, so make sure when you stepped your foot back you didn't bring it closer together. Take your left knee over your left ankle. I'm going to turn this way. Left knee over left ankle. Reestablish the squared hips to the front. Think about your foundation. So lift and spread your toes, press down into both feet. The back leg is internally rotated, so turned in a little bit. Arms out to the side, palms forward. So external rotation of your arms and bring them back. It's a little different than the traditional warrior arms. And then you can bring your gaze up. So focus here on shoulder blades together on the back. Nice open chest. Fingers spread. Shoulders down from the ears. Hips forward. Open-hearted warrior. Come back to your breath. Check your effort, make sure you're not over-efforting, make sure your face is relaxed, your jaw, your neck. Breath, slow, deep, even. arms back, step your right foot forward. Shake out your legs, your hips, and we'll try that on the other side. So this time, pivot on your left heel, left toes go out, big step back, space between your legs, right knee over right ankle. Get the feet first, spread your toes, place them down, press evenly into both feet. Left hip might need a little conscious moving forward here. Externally rotate your arms and bring them back. So open chest, shoulder blades together on the back. And gaze can be up, straight ahead. Open-hearted warrior. Breathe right into that front body, that open heart. Feel stable and easy at the same time, so find just the right amount of effort. Where it feels really good to just breathe right here. And let your arms come back, step forward. Turn to face the long edge of your mat and step your feet wide apart. Make sure your toes are pointing straight ahead or maybe even a little in, but not out. So you want your feet to be parallel. You don't want any external rotation. Lift and spread your toes. Press down into the four corners of your feet. Press down through both feet. Inhale, bring your arms up shoulder height. Fingers are spread. So we were kind of here on our backs. I think we had our arms up like this, but star pose. So you've got 5 lines of energy here. Down both feet, out both arms, and up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes if you've got the balance, and take a few really nice, slow, deep, even breaths. Face, jaw relaxed. But keep lengthening out, down, and up. See that energy in your mind's eye, moving right from your core out and up and down. And then bring your hands to your hips. Begin to hinge forward at your hips. Coming forward with a strong flat back. You can support your upper body with your hands on your legs. Come down to a block or the mat. Wide-legged forward bend. When you get all the hip flexion you can, let your head and upper body come down. Bring your right hand under your nose. And on an inhale, lift your left arm up, twist to the left. Gaze can be down at the mat, straight ahead, or up to your left arm. Couple breaths. And then exhale, bring your left arm down, place it under your nose. Inhale your right arm up. Notice where you feel the stretch here, the opening. Right arm down. come up halfway, hands on your hips, press into your feet and come all the way up. Heel toe your feet together. Come to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tilt your tailbone, forward fold. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the mat. Feet around to the side. Come onto your back body. So here's where you're going to need a blanket. So there's going to be a choice. You can have one rolled blanket or bolster or pillow under your spine so you can recline with an open chest, supported fish. You have something under your head too, the blanket or a block. If you want to also have open hips, so both the things we've kind of been focusing on, you can be in the Baddha Konasana, the feet together that we did at the beginning. Take a long roll and cross it over your ankles and then cross it under. That gives some support for the legs here. So either way, pretzel, we kind of call that pretzel, or supported spine to let your chest just drape open over a support under your spine. And the blanket wrapped around, or some other thing wrapped around your ankles to give you some support for the open thighs. Either way, just relax into a supported posture that supports the opening of your heart, or the opening or the opening of your hips. And this can be your Shavasana. So stay with this for another minute anyway, and then I'll let you know when the official time for Shavasana is going to begin. So you can then choose to stay here or come into a different posture. So just enjoy this supported opening for about another minute. Just relax into the support and allow the opening. Allow the support and gravity to just open. And if you want to continue this through Shavasana, just stay right here. If not, find your Shavasana for today. Just make sure that you're comfortable, symmetrical, and exerting the least effort possible. And Shavasana is just a surrender to the moment, opening to everything with each each breath. Everything that is right in the moment. Not attaching to anything, but staying right in each consecutive moment with everything that is real. No place to be, nothing to do for just a few more minutes. Nothing to do but be right here, right now. And gently bring your awareness back to the space. Begin to focus on your breath again. Maybe deepen and lengthen it a little bit. And awaken your body with small movements. Eventually bringing yourself over onto your side, cradling your head in your arms. Perhaps revisiting your intention. Just noticing any benefits that you've gained from practice today. Noticing how you feel at the end of practice. And then use your arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed, spine tall. Bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space. And just bow gently toward your hands, your fingers. Bow to your efforts today, your willingness to stay present and internally aware for the hour of practice. To be open in mind, body, and spirit. Yoga is not about adding something. It's about finding what's already there. The light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks for coming to yoga. I'm going to be gone for the next 3 weeks, so there will not be a new practice posted for the next 3 weeks. I don't know what the date is that it will be posted, but anyway, so not for the next 3 weeks. But you, of course, can always go back and watch one of these recorded practices, or there are lots of free yoga practices on the internet, or you could visit a studio, or you could even make your own practice, because you probably know a lot already. So you could just practice being your own teacher and create a little practice. Whatever you do, I do encourage you to keep up with your yoga, and I will see you back here in 3 weeks. I'm sorry, I don't have the date right. I think it's the second Wednesday in April when the next practice will be posted. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.